మార్చ్లో 10th క్లాస్ ఎగ్జామ్ రాయబోయే విద్యార్థులకి శుభవార్త. డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ కామన్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ బోర్డ్ డాక్టర్ బిఆర్ అంబేద్కర్ కోనసీమ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ అమలాపురం వారు జిల్లాలోని సబ్జెక్ట్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్సే అన్ని సబ్జెక్టులకి రివిజన్ టెస్ట్లు తయారు చేయించారు. ఈరోజు ఫిజికల్ సైన్స్ రివిజన్ టెస్ట్ నెంబర్ 3 ఆన్సర్స్ చూద్దాం. ఇవి మనకి 4 1 మార్క్స్ 2 8 మార్క్స్ ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. ఈ 8 మార్క్స్లో మనకి ఇంటర్నల్ చాయిస్ కూడా ఇచ్చి ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్, an aqueous solution of a substance X is used for whitewashing. Predict what is X. The answer is the chemical substance X which is used for whitewashing is calcium oxide, CaO, also known as quicklime. Second question, pose any one question on the activity of electrolysis of water. First question, what gas is collected at the anode and cathode? Why is the volume of gas collected at one electrode double than the other? What precautions should be taken during the electrolysis of water activity? Third question, if we add some water to the bleaching powder present in a vessel, we feel warm when touches outside of the vessel. Predict the reason. The answer is when water combines with quicklime, it creates calcium hydroxide and release heat. The reaction between bleaching powder and water is exothermic. Fourth question, why does the color of copper sulfate solution change when an iron nail is dipped in it? The answer is iron is more reactive than copper and displaces it from the solution. The chemical reaction involved is Fe plus CuSO4 gives rise to FeSO4 plus copper. The iron displaces the copper from the copper sulfate solution, forming iron sulfate, which is green in color. The iron nail is also gets coated with a brown layer of copper. Fifth question, 8 marks question. Explain the following with one example each. Chemical combination, chemical decomposition, chemical displacement, and chemical double displacement. First one is chemical combination. A single product is formed from one or more reactants. 2 mg plus O2 gives rise to 2 MgO. Next one is chemical decomposition. A single substance breaks down into two or more substances. CaCO3 gives rise to CaO plus CO2. Next one, chemical displacement. An element displaces another element from a compound. Example is Zn plus 2HCl gives rise to ZnCl2 plus H2. Next one is chemical double displacement. A reaction where two ionic compounds exchange ions to form two new compounds. Example is NaOH plus NH4Cl gives rise to NaCl plus NH4OH. Next question is, what is a balanced chemical equation? Why should equations be balanced? The answer is, a balanced chemical equation is a chemical reaction equation that has the same number of atoms for each element on both reactant and product sides. The chemical equation needs to be balanced so that it follows the law of conservation of mass. Balance the equation. HNO3 plus CaOH twice gives rise to CaNO3 twice plus H2. దీన్ని ఆల్జీబ్రిక్ మెథడ్లో సాల్వ్ చేయడం జరిగింది. దీన్ని వీడియోను ఒకసారి పాస్ చేసుకుని ఈ వాల్యూస్ని ఒకసారి చూడండి. నెక్స్ట్ ఇచ్చినటువంటి ఈక్వేషన్ NaCl ప్లస్ AgNO3 గివ్స్ రైజ్ టు AgCl ప్లస్ NaNO3. ఇది ఆల్రెడీ బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ ఈక్వేషన్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ మనకి వరల్డ్లో ఇచ్చారు అల్యూమినియం ప్లస్ కాపర్ క్లోరైడ్ గివ్స్ అల్యూమినియం క్లోరైడ్ ప్లస్ కాపర్. దీనికి ఈక్వేషన్ రాయమన్నారు. మనం అల్యూమినియం ప్లస్ కాపర్ క్లోరైడ్ గివ్స్ రైజ్ టు AlCl2 ప్లస్ Cu. అలాగే మరొక ఈక్వేషన్ హైడ్రోజన్ ప్లస్ క్లోరిన్ గివ్స్ రైజ్ టు హైడ్రోజన్ క్లోరైడ్. H2 plus Cl2 gives rise to 2HCl. Next question is, explain the following terms with one example is. First one is redox reaction. Second one is exothermic reaction. Third one is precipitation reaction. And the last fourth one is reduction reaction. Redox reaction. A combustion reaction is a type of redox reaction that occurs when a compound reacts with molecular oxygen to produce oxygen containing products. Next one is exothermic reaction. A chemical reaction that releases heat is called exothermic. Burning of candle, a campfire, resting of iron, formation of an ice cube are all exothermic reactions. Next one is precipitation reaction. A precipitation reaction occurs when two ionic compounds are mixed and an insoluble substance is formed. Mixing potassium chloride and silver nitrate to form solid silver chloride. Mixing sodium sulfate solution and barium chloride solution to form a white precipitate of barium sulfate. Next example is reduction reaction. A reduction reaction occurs when an element accepts electrons, such as when oxygen reacts with iron to form rust. So, adding hydrogen, such as the reaction N2 plus 3H2 gives rise to 2NH3. Removing oxygen, such as in the reaction ZnO plus C gives rise to Zn plus CO. The last question, 6th B. Explain the terms corrosion and rancidity with one example each. How do you prevent corrosion and rancidity? Corrosion: the gradual wearing away of metals due to chemical reactions with air, moisture, or acids. For example, iron corrodes and forms a reddish brown coating on its surface, which is known as rusting. Other examples of corrosion include a black coating on silver and a green coating on copper. To prevent corrosion, you can apply a protective coating such as a paint or a powder coating. Rancidity: the oxidation of fats and oils in food that causes it to spoil and become undesirable for consumption. Rancid food has an unpleasant smell and taste. For example, cooking oil that is kept for too long will become rancid. To prevent rancidity, you can add antioxidants like vitamin E, BHA, BHT, or propyl gallate. You can also use chelating agents like citric acid to bind to metal ions that can increase oxidative rancidity.